Do you guys remember my 2024 Chevy Silverado 3500 High Country with the gas engine? It's almost the same as mine, almost. And it's available here at Seiner Chevrolet in Salt Lake City. If you're in the market, wait till you guys see the price on this truck. And they have it discounted pretty good too. So you can get this truck close to, well, let's just go ahead and check out the window sticker and I'll go over the pricing later in the video. At the very top is a description, and then here are the colors. Now this one is Summit White, mine was Iridescent Pearl, but that's another $1,000. And then be sure to pause it for the standard equipment. Base price is going to be $73,200. I feel like my truck was a couple $100 more than that earlier this year. And then here are all the options. So it only has really just two things. It has the High Country Premium Package, Z71 Off-Road. Destination comes in at $1995 with a total price of $78,485. So yes, this truck under 80 grand for a High Country, and it pretty much has all the pertinent options, which you'll see in a second. Now it is missing, you know that one thing that's up there. We're not going to talk about it. But on the front end of this High Country, you get the LED headlights with the accent lights and animations. Fog lights are LED as well. Painted front bumpers come standard on High Country. You have front parking sensors, and this one does have that camera up front as well. Active grille shutters, and this is not a functional hood scoop because it has a gas engine. Although they should have made it functional. That would have been kind of cool to see. But yeah, the front end is really clean. I love the grille. You can't really tell from here, but this is not all bright chrome. So this is bright chrome here, but this is like a satin finish on the rest of the grille. It looks perfect. If you don't remember, the 2023 and earlier trucks had like this bronze color. It didn't look that great, personally. Now, when I got my truck, I did option it with the black wheels. I was assuming they were gonna be this design, but nope, they were not this design. I was really upset with my purchase, but it was my own fault. I should have just got these wheels and blacked them out myself. It would have been cheaper too. 8 lug, and they are wrapped in the Goodyear Wrangler Trail Runner ATs. These are really good tires. LT 275, 65/20. It's like a 34.1 inch tall tire. So if you're trying to go 35, you might as well just go 37. Independent front suspension. You guys see the Rancher shocks, which came part of that Z71 package. Fabric material in the wheel well. And they do give you the black trimming for the fender flares. And here's some of the badging up here. You can get all this blacked out. Not this. There is a Midnight Edition package too, I forgot about. And that might not be a bad option too, if you're looking at a truck like this. So here are the mirrors. You have your forward light and accent lights with turn signals. Reverse lights for your trailer, and then you have power top, but this is manual. But this is going to be heated. More cameras to make up that 360 camera view. And there is an availability to get power deployable running boards. Front doors have the smart key system. And then this is the standard bed, 36-gallon fuel tank. And you have those steps. I like to see this on a diesel, by the way. That would be really nice to see one day. Who knows? We might see that again. Who knows? Now here is the leaf pack. You have 5 in the main, and then you have those 2 overloads. And this truck does have the full LED taillights. A lot of the High Countries earlier in the year were being shipped without them because, I guess, supply restraints. So this one does have the full LED taillights. You guys see the steps, painted bumpers, parking sensors down below, Class 5 hitch, and this does have the camera inputs here, incandescent bulbs, and because this has the gas engine, 373 rear end with an automatic locker, and then there's your spare tire. It's gonna be an 18-inch wheel, and this truck does have the standard tailgate, which I optioned mine with too. I recommend this one if you want the power function. 5th wheel prep package, they do stamp High Country right there. You have your 4 and 7 pin for your trailer. Bed lights, you have 2 cameras up top. One for bed view, one for your rear view mirror. Oh yeah, and 400 watts of power in the bed. And that's why I like this standard tailgate. They do give you the chrome exhaust tip out back with the high country. Let's go ahead and pop the hood. So there it is. The L8T is snug nicely under the hood of this Chevy. So for 2020, they added this powertrain to the HDs. They have not done any updates in terms of power since then, so it's still putting out the same 401 horsepower, which comes on around 5,200 RPMs, and 464 pound-feet of torque, which comes on around 4,000. It's direct injection, but it's not port indirect, which I would like to see. And they are using a forged steel crankshaft. Camshaft is billet steel. And I feel as though having the 10-speed Allison, it did help a good bit because your steps are closer when you're shifting gears, and that's obviously good for towing if you're going up steep grades, but I think it's just down on power. Now, this truck does feel a little bit peppier than mine did back then. My truck was a lot heavier too, so when you guys see the payload, I think my payload was a couple hundred pounds lower because of, I had everything. I had the power deployable running boards. Actually, I had about everything this one had except for just the clearance lights, power deployable running boards. I had the auxiliary switches. I had the dual battery setup. This one does not have that either, by the way. But yeah, those are just a few options that I would recommend. But yeah, this truck for the price point, not bad. This is the absolute best interior for the GM lineup. I'm talking about GMC, Chevy, all of them. This is better than the Umber in my opinion. I love the navy blue. I just like blue and things that are a little bit different. And this is dark too. It's like dark blue and it's perfect. Having the black accents with the brown inserts with the perforated leather and stitching, it's just perfectly done. You guys see up there, it says High Country. And even on this piping, it's like a fabric material with that brown and blue and black. So it's just done extremely well. And this wood trim piece here, you can feel how porous it is, and perforated leather there, down below in this pocket. Look at that. All this is leather. GM does something on the GMCs a little different. It's like it's not perforated, it's just normal leather. But yeah, the carpet mats, that's something else I would recommend. Do not delete these carpet mats. Big mistake on my part. Just get your all-weather floor mats after the fact. Speaker grill looks great too, by the way. But you guys can see all your controls. Auto up and down for the front, and auto down for the rears. You have the power tow mode and power folding. And then check out the dash, how they designed it. And here's some of your controls, your drive modes, tow haul, forward drive is right there, lighting, electronic parking brake, and this is your stock for the high beams and windshield wipers. Now something else, they don't wrap these in leather, which would be nice. You know, listen, if you're going to spend, you know, close to 80 grand, it should have that, right? But yeah, check out the animations on the screens here. It says High Country on this one, and then push button start. Now the orientation of the interior is slightly different. But yeah, this is a 13.4 inch display. This is a 12.3 rounded off. You have heads up display right there. And I think that was optional too. So there's that first camera view above the bed. And then this is the second one. So if you scoot over, you have that bed view, you can zoom in. And if you turn on your tow lines, you do have that line for your trailer as well. You do have a lane keep assist alert. It will not steer you. You have your parking sensors. You can drop the tailgate and lift it back up from inside the truck. Downhill assist, traction control, caution lights, dual climate control, heated and ventilated seats. Has all the good stuff, right? This screen is customizable, so you could change the layout. And on the roof, no surprise, we have that black roof liner, which goes great with the interior. Home link, LED lighting, and then you have this standard sunroof. Also, you have High Country on your center console. You have perforated leather with that stitching. It's just done really well. And I love the overall layout of this center console too. I don't really like open storage because we have a lot of junk here, it just doesn't look good. But it's functional, so that's what matters. On that side, you guys see some of that wood trimming over there. And this is something you don't get in the GMC. They don't give you storage. Like, there's no spot to put your sunglasses. And I don't really like the fact that you have to put them out in the sun too. But in here, USBs. You also have 2 there. And then this is your wireless charger. I think it's in the greatest spot ever. You also have a 120 volt plug, removable tray, and this area is illuminated. On this side, see that leather in this area. And here's a better look at those floor mats too. It pretty much matches the piping here. It says High Country on the kick plate. Power seats on both sides, 10-way. And check this out. And then down below, you guys see there, it says this truck should not be used to carry a slide-in camper. A little bit of storage on the side with that wood trimming. And you have more of that satin or polished finishing on the sides too. Out back, they don't give you the leather back here. Seat back pockets, you have your outboard heated seats, 2 USBs, cup holders up top there, 60/40, a little bit of storage, and power rear sliding glass too, by the way. You can drop these headrests down too for more visibility. Let's go ahead and check out the payload. So here are the numbers on the door. Gross axle weight rating up front is going to be 4,800 pounds. The rear is 7,250. Gross vehicle weight rating is going to be 11,550. And 20 by 8.5 wide wheels. Payload is 3,929 pounds. I think mine was around like 3,700 pounds, 3,600 pounds, somewhere in there. My truck was a lot heavier because of all the options. And conventional towing, 16,000. Gooseneck is 18,300. Then here is the payload, 3,928 with the tire pressure as well. I think that if you're in the market for an HD, you do a lot of city driving, or you don't tow that much, but you tow a couple times a year, this is your truck. I love options. And for everyone, a diesel is a waste of money because they'll never use the capabilities, right? I do travel cross country, and sometimes having a diesel is beneficial in regards to that. But for the price point, you're close to $70,000 for a top trim truck. And you guys saw the interior. This is a really unique build. I thought that my iridescent pearl with that night shift color blue was perfect. So this one's available here at Jerry Seiner. If you would like to purchase it, be sure to ask for Keith. See you guys soon.